Infosys is making a major commitment to Calgary that will lead the creation of 500 jobs and potentially grow beyond that. It's certainly terrific news for Calgary at a time when Calgary knows our recovery from COVID and the downturn in the energy industry is going to be a digital-first recovery. I'm so pleased to be joined by two business leaders this morning to discuss the announcement today by Infosys. Joining me is Mr. Ravi Kumar, the president of Infosys, which describes itself as a global next-generation digital services and consulting company. They essentially help companies implement their digital roadmaps. Also joining me is Katherine Emberly, who is the president of business at Shaw Communications. Katherine leads at the team at Calgary-based Shaw that is focused on keeping Canadian businesses connected to help them grow. Please welcome Ravi and Katherine. This is intended to be a free-flow conversation, and Ravi and Katherine, we do have a couple of questions, but of course we will just let the conversation go where it goes to. But let me start by congratulating Ravi and everyone at Infosys on what I believe is a terrific partnership between a company and a city, both looking forward to accelerate the adoption of technology to solve world problems. Now, Ravi, we've been told that Infosys, the mothership, has landed in Calgary. Can you tell us about how Infosys looks to be a partner in the cities where you operate and how you energize the tech ecosystem?
Thank you, Mary, for this opportunity to talk to you, and thank you, Katherine, for joining us today. We're very, very excited about our foray into Calgary, and this is a part of our journey of building agile, distributed talent pools to cater to North American clients. Calgary is a very important destination to cater to local Canadian clients as well as clients in the United States. It has a very rich pool of talent. If you have actually followed Infosys in the last few years, you would have noticed that we built this innovation and tech hubs in the US, and this is an extension of that. We are going to build an innovation and tech hub in Calgary. Historically, the company has invested on training infrastructure, and we have a culture of actually building talent pools from schools and colleges locally. So we would build talent pools from local schools and colleges. We will partner with the local academic ecosystem and build a pipe of talent into Infosys, which will cater to large enterprises. Second, we would make this an innovation hub for a variety of industries. Of course, energy and oil being the first one. And as we do so, we will partner with local enterprises, and we are hoping that we could be a digital partner for the local enterprises. We have an innovation fund at Infosys, which works extensively to build startup ecosystems, and we are hoping that we could build that startup ecosystem and nurture a startup ecosystem, which will in turn support the endeavor of Infosys locally. We are a strong evangelist of hiring from radical reskilled talent pools. So we would potentially go to traditional industries, look for mid-career change, and we're going to bring that pool of talent as well into our ecosystem. So that's how we're going to make the local tech community very vibrant. What I can assure you is every city we have gone and invested in, we have been a vibrant employer. Which is committed for local talent development, a vibrant employer which is looking at building the tech community, bringing the tech community together for a social cause, and making Calgary an attractive destination for other tech and digital companies in the future.
Well, it certainly is exciting, and I think the timing of this is fantastic as Calgary itself is going through a transformation, but we're seeing this growth spurt in what we like to call the most adventurous tech ecosystem in Canada that is solving problems for the world. And I think your focus on the community, the talent, the tech ecosystem is just going to be super helpful to us at this stage in our economy. Catherine, I'm just going to switch over to you and just ask you, as a telecommunications and internet service provider and wireless service provider, how do you see Canadian businesses being able to accelerate their digital modernization and build business resilience?
I think it's a really, as you mentioned, a super interesting time. So not only is Calgary and the energy sector undergoing deep transformation, we also had COVID hit us this year, which is really the world's largest trial of all things digital. We all had to pivot to kind of a no-touch, work from home, self-serve world, which is really, when you look at it, more cost efficient and cost effective. When we also think about digital transformation and how Calgary is thinking and Alberta's thinking, it's no longer about your market being local. What digital allows you to do is really open up your market to the globe. So I think some really interesting transitions happening right now in so many companies that we talk to every day are thinking about or are already well underway with their digital transformations.
Catherine, just building on that, how do you see the impact of 5G on Canadian businesses and their ability to accelerate this digital transformation?
Yeah, we're so excited about 5G and what makes possible. There's been so much talk about 5G as a consumer application, but we're actually much more excited as a business application. We've all been on this journey with data and using data in all of our decision making. And what 5G enables is the real-time collection and communication of just the world's most massive pivot to huge amounts of data. And what we've been doing in the past is really looking at our data, looking back. And so you look at your data that you've collected, make decisions. What 5G and the quickness and the low latency of the collection allows you to actually make real-time business decisions. So some examples, if you imagine a 5G sensor on a garbage can, the city can decide when to push a truck to that. And you can imagine how efficient that can be. And that's all automated, all using data that's collected from 5G. Things like autonomous vehicles, there's just motion, temperature sensors, just all of this data. And what it allows businesses to do from a real-time decision-making is super exciting.
That's fantastic. And I think actually, Ravi, I'd encourage you to participate in this question too. But I think this local tech talent piece is really interesting. And Ravi, I think you have a very interesting perspective in the fact that people are going to learn throughout their careers. But perhaps both of you can just talk about how Shaw and or Infosys provide opportunities for the local tech talent and how you invest in that digital education that's going to be so important for the future.
I can take this. The way we have constructed this across the world, and hopefully we could replicate it in Calgary, is we built a finishing school infrastructure, I call it. We hire from schools and colleges. We build a 8 to 12 week bridge, which allows undergrads and grad talent to get enabled on digital capabilities of the future. We think 8 to 12 weeks is good enough. We invest up front, and we spend almost $20,000 on every new undergrad from school. Mm-hmm. And once they get to the other side, they're ready for a digital tech career. Similarly, we have immersive pathways for people who are doing mid-career shift. Remember, when people are doing mid-career shift, they have absolutely no exposure to technology. Mm-hmm. Because they have no exposure to technology, we actually run a program called the Digital Apprenticeship. Digital Apprenticeship is an immersive program where you not only learn, but you also apply yourself like an apprentice in a traditional manufacturing world, and you learn on the job even before you actually get to do real production work. We have this program which is called Learn, Earn, and Work with Us. And we do this for people who do not have an undergrad degree. We have done that very effectively in the US, and we are very, very hopeful we could do that in Calgary. So the idea is to hire people who do not have a degree and actually transition them to careers in digital. The life of skills is so short-lived now. That degree is inconsequential because you have to continue to learn, you have to continue to relearn, you have to continue to unlearn. And that cycle is lifelong learning. So not only are you going to land on a digital job, we want to equip you to stay relevant all your life because of the rapid digitization, which Katherine mentioned, is happening in every business. Every business is going through digitization and transformation, as I call it. And what COVID has done is it has not only accelerated digitization. What happened in a decade has happened in the last 1 year. But we have also dispersed our businesses. Healthcare has got dispersed to our homes. Education has got dispersed to our homes. Work has got dispersed to our homes. So there is so much digital infrastructure which has got dispersed. So it's out of the physical spaces, virtual spaces. And all of that will need heavy lifting, and it would need digitization of enterprise landscapes. It would need talent, and it cannot actually come from straight-jacketed pathways, which is hiring from the market or hiring from schools, but it also needs to come from mid-career shifts from traditional industries. And that's our endeavor, and that's the local opportunity we're going to provide to citizens in Calgary.
I think that's couldn't come at a better time either, because there's lots of people making mid-career shifts right now, and although some of them are highly educated, the digital skills are still something we need to build for sure. Katherine, did you want to respond as well?
Sure. We'll build on that. First, we want to say a big welcome to Ravi and Infosys, because it's always nice to have more digital-first companies coming to Calgary and join the ecosystem. One of the things I love about Calgary is that it's small enough that we all kind of know each other, and we're all willing to share our journeys and experiences with one another and help out. We do have things that are great, like the SAIT School for Advanced Technology that have come, but I really believe, like you do, the skills are coming fast and furious, and we've got to be willing to learn on the job. And so we pivoted almost all of our learning to digital self-led learning, so you can decide what skill you need at what time, and then you take that on. We still do some classroom learning, but it is really about being curious and adventurous and teaching yourself new skills all throughout your career.
Well, thank you for that, both Ravi and Katherine. And we just have a few moments left, so I have one question left for you, Katherine, which, although Calgary is active in many industries, it's certainly well known as an energy center. And my last question to you is about how Shaw is contributing to the future of clean energy and sustainability.
Yeah, when you think about 5G and automation and data collection, all of those things can go to the energy segment to help them become more efficient. So whether that is safety, measuring data and emissions, all of those pieces. Here at Shaw, we are passionate on our ESG path. And, I think it's no longer an initiative, it's just how people are doing business. So everyone's thinking about every day, how do we become more efficient? So whether that's electronics, recycling, better routing for our vehicles so we're more efficient. And again, all of that data and digitization is helping companies become more efficient and protect the environment.
Thank you, Katherine. Well, this has certainly been a fascinating conversation, but we do need to bring it to a close. And I would just like to thank both of you, Ravi and Katherine, for your insights. It's certainly an exciting day in Calgary with the Infosys announcement. And, first and foremost, a big welcome and congratulations to Ravi and the Infosys team. But I'm very confident that both your companies will play an important role in the tech, communications, and innovation ecosystem in Calgary today and for the future. And I think you will both help us realize our potential. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Mary.
Thank you, Mary, for your leadership, and thank you for all the support you have given us to get this far. And we are looking forward to working with this closely knit community, as Katherine mentioned. I notice that Calgary is a very closely knit group. I've already started to meet other local companies, and very, very excited to contribute locally. And thank you for joining us today on this occasion.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.